We woke up really early this morning, again 6 a.m., and then we got ready and we were going to go to this very famous cenote here in Chichen Itza. It's called Iquil, and you might recognize it because it's beautiful, lots of Instagram and social media pictures there, but it has also really good ratings. It looks really beautiful. It's a big cenote with like all these beautiful vines hanging down, so it was somewhere that I've wanted to go for a while. So we drive there, we want to be the first ones in. Online it says it opens at 8 a.m. So I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna have the cenote all to ourselves, or at least be the first ones there with very few people, as we usually do. And we pull up there and the gate is closed, and I see a sign anyways that says 9 a.m. it opens. So I'm thinking, okay, the gate is closed, maybe the information on the internet is wrong, as sometimes it is. So I thought, okay, maybe it's 9. So there was a security guard there, and we asked him, and he said, no, it's actually closed due to the pandemic, due to COVID-19, coronavirus, so they haven't even reopened yet. So unfortunately, we are not going to be able to go to the cenote that I wanted to, named Iquil cenote here in Chichen Itza. But you know, these things happen. There's been good and bad so far. Because of this pandemic, we're able to go into these amazing, beautiful tourist places that have hardly any other people, and we feel like we're alone in them. So that's a positive. But there's also the negative, is some things I guess are still closed. This is actually the first thing that has actually been closed, the first time this has happened to us since we arrived in Mexico. Pretty much everything has been open, so this was the first thing that they're saying is closed due to the pandemic. And what are you gonna do? Anyways, we were referred to some other places, other cenotes that are supposed to be very beautiful, and I looked them up and they also have very excellent ratings. So we are going to regroup and see which other option we have to do, and we're going to be doing that today instead. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you want to see more from us, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So we weren't able to go to the cenote we wanted to here in Chichen Itza, but I did find out some information, so at least I can share with you guys. Normally the price to go in is 80 pesos, so that's about $4 as of right now with the conversion rate here in Mexico. So that's 80 Mexican pesos per person to go inside the cenote. Even though online it says 8 a.m., they actually open at 9 a.m. So you save yourself the hours sleep extra. And learn from my mistake. And I know that normally they would be open if it wasn't for COVID, and it's strange because all the other cenotes so far, like everything else is open, but they said that they're privately owned, so it's up to the owner, and the owner has decided to keep it closed. But there were people there working, and they were planning on reopening soon. That's why they were there, to try and get it ready to reopen, but they don't know when exactly. So I don't know when it's going to open, but hopefully in the near future. And at least there's some information about the price and the time it opens. At least I got something for you guys so I can share. So because we were not able to get into the cenote this morning, we went back to the hotel and we regrouped, and I did some research and I found a place called Balanache Caves, which looks really cool. So that's our second option, and we actually just arrived. It opens at 9 a.m. So we are here literally at 9 a.m. The first ones trying to get in the gate. They haven't opened it yet, but we're trying to figure out how we can get in. Hopefully it's open. It looks pretty cool. Online I saw it's like an ancient Mayan cave system. So you actually walk underground, and they're guided tours. So you have a tour guide and they explain to you what it was. And I guess some locals found it years ago. And inside supposedly there are ancient Mayan artifacts from ceremonies. So basically like it's ancient artifacts from ceremonies that were performed by the Mayans a long time ago. And there's also a cenote here. It kind of looks like the lesser version of the first cenote we wanted to go to, the more beautiful and more popular one. This one also has vines, so it looks nice. It doesn't look as nice as the first one, but it's a good second option. We have to make do. If for some reason this one's not open, or we check it out and it's not what we're interested in, we're gonna head to another place called Chichen Itza Adventure that I saw is also not too far from here, just down the road. And they have more, like they have a water cenote swimming place, I believe. I saw online there's always something with cenotes and swimming around here. So there's that. And then I saw also like they have horseback riding and ATVs. So a little more, I think, like action, adventure. But that would be our third pick of the day. So I will let you know. That one opens at 10 a.m. online, it says at least. So to be continued on this adventure of what's next. make sure to follow our social media accounts where we'll be posting more content related to this YouTube channel. We went to the Balancanche Caves. This was our second attempt to do something here in Chichen Itza, today at least, and we got there at exactly 9 a.m. That's what time it says they open online, and we went there and we walked around and it was basically empty. We couldn't find any signs of life, no people. So I'm not really sure what's going on. They're supposed to be open, but this is, I guess, what's happening, especially in this region of Mexico. This is how the COVID is affecting things. Places aren't even open, and I think it's because they're not expecting tourists. They haven't had any tourists, and we're here, we're ready, we want to give you our money, we want to do cool things, but most of the tourists, if they are coming here, I think they're just doing Chichen Itza. And what I saw yesterday from Chichen Itza is that it seems like a lot of tourists were coming on tour buses. So what that is telling me is that most of the tourists are probably coming from Cancun, Tulum, Playa del Carmen. They're booking the tour just to come to Chichen Itza, and then they're leaving this area because we haven't really seen any other tourists in the city we're staying, which is right next to Chichen Itza, the ruins. So my guess is they're just not prepared for tourists, and it is what it is. So we're just gonna go on to the next place. We're gonna try the Chichen Itza adventure and see if they're open. So wish us luck.
Ikabae Julio Chichen Itza tsakuhe kahawarahe libreti lu shimbata mene yun tilobo halachobo ya halachkota shimbat ke chichen waraho.
Okay, is they speaking Mayan?
Yes.
You're both Mayan descendants, yeah? Yay, thank you, muchas gracias. Okay. So update, we went to Chichen Itza Adventure and we actually ended up finding a security guard, which is good. At least there was somebody there, unlike the caves, there was nobody. So the security was actually for the hotel. So there's a hotel that's on the same land as the Chichen Itza Adventures. And he told us that basically it's also closed. Chichen Itza Adventure is closed, and they're saying that they're not expected to open now until January of 2021. And we're leaving tomorrow, so we're not going to be sticking around for that. It's not going to happen way too far away. That's in another 3 months. They're going to be opening, hopefully. But yeah, so our third attempt has failed. First the cenote, and then the caves, and now the adventure Chichen Itza place. So they're all closed, and he confirmed with us as well that all 3 of those places are closed. There are a few other cenotes open, and he recommended another cenote for us, so we're gonna go and check that out. Supposedly it's really beautiful. It's in another town nearby, so wish us luck. Hopefully that one's open. So anyways, it's all an adventure and it's fun anyways, and we're meeting some nice people, so let's keep it moving and see. We'll end up somewhere having a good day either way. All right, so we failed all of our attempts for the 3 things we tried to do this morning. Everything is closed because of COVID, but I finally did get this sombrero Viva Mexico, which means Live Mexico, that I've wanted for really the past week and a half since we've been here. I've strongly wanted it and thought about actually getting it, but probably for the past couple years, every time I come to Mexico, I've had this hat in sight and I've always liked it. So now I at least feel like I can actually use it and take it to the beach, and this makes me want to sit by the pool and drink a Corona beer, not to be confused with the other Corona going on right now. But yeah, this gives me the total Mexican vibes, protects me from the sun, and I feel like it could be good for a little party, so I'm happy I finally got it. It costs $6. Originally he wanted $1.50, which is like $7, and we got it down, we negotiated. Everything here is negotiable in Mexico for the most part. It was just a little street vendor. We were driving in the road and I pulled over and saw the hat, and yeah, he wanted $7, but we got it for $1.30, which is like $6, not bad. And this is the smallest size, which is actually still kind of big for me because I have a little head. So, but it was the perfect size. I didn't want it too big, so they come larger. The largest one was like $2.50, which is like $12. But yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase today, and I'm gonna rock this hat as much as I can while we're here in Mexico until we can get back to our car in Argentina and Chile. Until one of those open, our car's in Chile, but one of them open, that's what we're waiting for. We're probably gonna be hanging out and chilling in Mexico for a while, so I'm gonna maximize this hat while I can. shop right outside of the cenote. Moore's looking at jaguars. These hats are also really popular here. They sell them everywhere. But all these little paintings are hand painted, so it's kind of cool. They're all unique and different, which I think some of them are really pretty. I don't know if you can bring that on the plane. What do you guys think? So this is the little jaguar noise maker. You blow into it. We're not going to do it because it's not sanitized and it's COVID times, you know. So we would, if we're going to get one, we're debating about buying one. If we do, we're going to go sanitize it first before we blow into it. So definitely if you come here and you get talked into buying one of these things, it's kind of a cool souvenir though. It looks nice, so let's see what we can negotiate if we can get colors. One. So here they have Mayan massage. I don't know what that means, but more importantly, you see the dog in the road? You have to be really careful here because there's like a lot of dogs in the road. Hi little guy! Which I feel so bad for them. They're all look beat up, but I guess that's how they live. There was a big turkey there a second ago. But yeah, anyways, yeah, if you come here, just be careful in the road. There's like dogs laying around everywhere, so don't run them over, please. And also butterflies. There's a lot of butterflies. I know they're a little harder, but try to not hit them if you can. Slow down or swerve carefully around them. Thank you. Public service announcement is finished. Were the cenote. We drove to another town that was about 15 minutes away, and we decided to not go in the cenote because it was only 80 pesos to go in, which is like $4, and they also have a zip lining, which is kind of cool, but we've already done that. We already did zip lining over cenote, so we kind of felt like we already did that, and that cost 70 pesos extra, which is only like $3.50. So in total would have been like $7, $8, which isn't bad, including the zip lining. But we just felt like we had already done that before. We didn't bring any equipment for the zip lining because we didn't know that there was zip lining until we got there. But we did buy one of those Jaguar souvenirs from the little stand. There was just one guy, one little stand outside of the cenote, and we got the Jaguar making noise thing for $4. We paid 80 pesos for that. We actually saw it yesterday in Chichen Itza, but we didn't buy it. But today we thought, oh, it's kind of cool and it's a nice souvenir and it's even a nice decoration for the house. So we got that, tried to make the most of it. And then we went to check out the last location, kind of our last shot, and all of a sudden it went from a beautiful day to pouring rain. And this last spot is kind of like an adventure park that has more of like a cenote with a cave. It's like a cave style cenote, which looks pretty cool, but we've also already done that. And also there's a walking trail that's included. It was about $8 per person, and the walking trail of course is outside, but we were told it's kind of small and it's pouring rain, so it just didn't really make sense. So these kind of things happen too when you're traveling. Things are closed, especially in these COVID times. So we're just going to hope that the sun comes out, and luckily we have a really nice hotel with a beautiful pool, so we're gonna hope the sun comes out. Maybe we're gonna get something to eat and go for a little swim, pack up and get ready to head to Merida tomorrow for our next adventure. So yeah, you can see how in a matter of seconds the weather changes really bad. It's pretty stormy right now. It was just beautiful and sunny 2 seconds ago, and now it's like pouring rain. So good thing we didn't go into those places that we were going to, because excursions are not as fun when it's raining. So after a long morning of doing a lot of nothing, we were actually quite busy doing nothing, but all the exploring and trying to find the right place, decided to get this beer. This is very Mexican style. It's Sol Mezcal, no, Mezclas. Sol Mezclas? Anyways, it's called Clamato El Original. So it has like tomato and lime and salt. They love that kind of stuff in beer. But this one's already made and packed and ready to go. So I figured It's much deserved after this morning of trying to find things to do, and we're gonna just chill by the pool because the sun is out now and have a drink. Try this new beer. So we're gonna try this new beer. I like it. It's quite good. It's like just the right amount of tomato and salt and lime. I feel like this was tested thoroughly. It's not like handmade. It's probably made by a machine, so it's really good. It's just the right amount of everything. So not bad. Have a nice beer by this pool in this beautiful day. I'm happy. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Here, I leave you with one more video to watch. Just click the photo on the left-hand side. Enjoy!